Hey guys, how's it going? So, Peira just came out, and a lot of people are looking forward to her, not just because of her design, but also she has a pretty cool skill set. So, one of the big things is she has one of the highest base speeds in the entire game, and she's almost tied with Ran, and obviously Ran is a huge deal. He's picked all the time in cleave, he pretty much enables cleave to be so powerful. And so seeing a character that could also be used as another opener or possibly a counter to those kinds of openers was kind of seen as a pretty big deal. Her skill set kind of felt sort of like a Power Crept Cerise skill set in a lot of ways for cleave, which was a little bit concerning though, and I wasn't a huge fan of how they did that. So I got Peira the moment that she dropped, obviously, and I started trying her out in RTA. So this is my current Peira build. I didn't want to take gear off of some of my other units, so she's using my second fastest speed set, or at least most of it, and ideally you would want to get a lot more health and a little bit more defense as well, but since I didn't want to take those pieces off, she's pretty squishy, so she dies pretty easily, but this does give an enormous shield. It's actually based off her level, and when this is fully maxed, I believe it's a 10,800 shield on top of her health bar, which is pretty huge. And with Escort, being a Aureus that soaks up 30% of the damage buff that she gets, it makes it so she can soak up a nice amount, basically like a better knight in a lot of ways. So, since I wasn't going to take that gear off though, I built her with a good amount of effectiveness, tried to make her fast. Now, a lot of people might look at this and say, wow, above 300, that's insanely fast, but you have to keep in mind the people that I'm fighting are either at the top of Emperor or Legend players, and a character like Peira, who has 128 base speed, a lot of people are getting to 310 speed or sometimes even beyond with this character, so this is actually on the slower end for the people that I'm fighting right now. So I decided to try a nostalgic music box on her. I think there's a lot of artifacts you can actually use. I think you can use music box, I think you could use Warhorn possibly, although Emil Quirk is normally going to be holding this. I think her artifact is actually pretty decent, but only in an extended match, because her artifact makes it so when she uses this, it'll reduce the cooldown of her skills by a turn, right? And that's nice, but it only matters if you're in a long match. So if you're trying to cleave with her or something, the matches are going to be pretty short and you're not going to really want that. It's not going to do a whole lot for you. So I think she has a lot of choices. I've seen RNL, although I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of that. It makes her buffs wear off faster, like Escort and stuff. And it can cause some RNG and annoying things with a character like Rimuru as well. So she has a lot of possible choices for artifacts, and I'm not 100% sure what's the best, but I think there's a lot of different things. I've also heard Oath Key actually to be able to hit people like Remnant Violet sometimes too, 50-50. But this is what I have at the moment. So my experience with Peira is, I think she's a good unit. Like pretty damn good overall, I would say. When it comes to being used in cleave, I think she's a nice speedster unit, a great substitute for Ran if he's banned or something like that. And she's the type of character that can also race Ran, assuming that you're confident in your speed gear, she could outspeed Ran, which is great. But if you don't have much speed gear, this character feels a little awkward. So my speed's on the lower end for Legends, so I actually have some trouble trying to outspeed people with this unit. And if you can't outspeed, well, she's not really giving a whole lot. She has to take a turn to be able to get Escort buff to tank your team up, so that doesn't really help versus Cleave at all, actually. So that's a little bit of an issue that I ran into. So if you don't have much speed gear, she's probably not going to be helping you. It's possible that in standard play, maybe you could run a slower one that's like much tankier for more utility and stuff, but it doesn't really seem like she's going to fit in too well with that. Now, I do think she can be used in standard play. She has some useful skills, being able to restrict and, strip their buffs and everything into Pack Hunt is really good, but she runs into a lot more problems. There's characters like Angel of Light or like Briarwitch Asteria, characters that can strip buffs of your team, just completely ruin her. A lot of AoE counterattacks from characters like Belian and stuff, or Arctia Mercedes can just strip her buffs and leave her wide open. So there's a lot of issues with that. She has a lot of things that can kind of deal with her. A character like Basar, honestly, counters her whole skill set. If she goes first, takes all of her turns, and then Basar goes, Basar's just going to negate everything she just did, basically. So she has decently well-defined weaknesses, I think, but she also seems very strong with what she's able to enable by stripping the other team. Putting the restrict is really good versus characters like, let's say, Politis or Dreamer if you hit him, or just being able to put debuffs is always nice. Proc a Ravi's Crimson Seed or something. And the attack buff is obviously huge. She pairs really well with a character like Emma Lilius, which is kind of funny because she's also technically pretty good against Emma Lilius. I would say Emma Lilius and her are both good against each other. She's able to make it so Emma Lilius can't put Vigor on the team, which is very strong. But then Emma Lilius attack downs the whole team that Peira is on and is able to provoke one of the members. So both teams kind of get screwed over a little bit. Now, one other thing to note is her S1 is actually really good. This Soul Burn is insanely strong. When you have a character at 300 speed, she's taking so many turns. She's able to just spam this. You can get a lot of stuns. When you Soul Burn, it's 100%, which is crazy. I haven't even molded at all. But when you have it molded, it's a little bit higher chance. But you don't even need to be able to Soul Burn and make this 100, which is really strong. That's a big deal. And some people have, you know, slower units like SSB, let's say, and I don't know, maybe Little Queen Charlotte or something, and you're just able to run laps around them and just spam stun different units. That's a big deal. A character like this is also kind of weak to some stuff like Amelia in some ways, so you definitely have to be careful about things like that. But I think she's a very strong unit. She's very involved with cleave, with either being in cleave or against cleave. Very good pick, very good speed contester, very good at negating cleave by putting unbuffable on them, and buffing up your team with the 30% damage reduction, or, well, damage transfer rather. So I think all of that's a pretty big deal. I think, I would say for people who are very endgame and actually have some speed gear, she seems like she's very much worthwhile pulling. Depending on who you have your fastest gear on, a lot of people are asking, well, should I take gear off of Emma Lilius for her? Probably not, unless you're really just trying to build a character to counter cleave, to outspeed. Because I think Emma Lilius is a more applicable unit in more scenarios. I also think Ran is a stronger character for cleave. However, she's a very good character at trying to counter those kinds of cleave teams, and I think she's a very good addition to people's roster. I think she fulfills the role Cerise kind of does, but a little bit better in today's meta. So I think that if you're trying to be competitive in endgame, and I mean like real endgame, like pretty high up, I think she's worthwhile pulling. I would recommend her. She's pretty fun, she doesn't require an insane amount of molas to get off the ground, and she's a good character. Great design too. So I tried her out in a lot of standard play since I don't really cleave at the moment. I also got cleaved by people using her, and I have to say, she works pretty decently in cleave, but definitely not to a level of Ran. She's like a secondary kind of Ran character. But overall, I think she's a pretty good character, and yeah, I would say she's worthwhile pulling. So I have a few clips of using her in RTA around right below Legend, High Emperor. I keep getting knocked out of Legend. And I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Alright, let's see how this works. So unfortunate, she's actually slower. That makes this very difficult. Oh, what makes it even more difficult is I didn't remove that. Well, what choice do I have? Yeah, this is definitely going to be rough. Oh, he's going for the seal, I think. But I don't really care. I mean, she's just going to get her turn in S3. Well, he removed Escort. It's kind of a problem. Yeah, he wants to go for her before she gets defense buff or something.
This is going to hurt. Are you done struggling?
I think it's worthwhile doing this. Just for the provoke. Yeah, Desire Low Bed is already so bad she doesn't have a passive that it doesn't really matter.
You interrupt my work. You'll pay for the dress you ruined with your life. You'll pay for your crimes. Excuse me.
Get him.
But you must be honest. You're trembling.
And then we soul burn this for the 100% chance. Nice.
Is that all you've got?
What a has-been.
Oh no, I'm up in Designer Lilibet's win rate.
Dare stop me?
That's a real bad thing.
Eliminate them.
Rescue you.
Damn. She kind of did work there, actually. Yeah, so she outspeeds me. Just barely outspeeds. Could just be speed RNG that I almost outsped. Okay, he goes for this. Counterattack? Nice, we got a counter. That's always helpful. Oh. Oh yeah. You can also get that. That's good. So now he's gonna buff his team. Unfortunately, I have unbuffable on a bunch of people. But what choice do I have? I think it's actually worthwhile doing this. Because I don't really want that unit to S3 me. Well, I guess the problem with that... Now he can seal my rem, which kind of sucks.
Prove your worth.
Excuse me. Oh god.
Uh-oh. Okay, wait. We go for the blind, though, and everything? Wait a second. Whoa. If he S3s, he risks it really hard. Okay, if I counterattack, the match is just over. Oh wait, I can't counterattack because I'm sealed. Huh. Oh yeah. Hello? Counterattack. And it didn't crit her. I kind of wanted it to crit her. Uh-oh. Wait, he has souls now because of that counterattack. No way. No way. I hit and I got countered. And he missed. He misses all the stuff that matter. No. Oh my god. What the hell is going on? Bruh, come on, man. I think I'm okay, though. I think drafting a tank with Peira, it feels like it's just too redundant a lot of the time. So it feels like it just doesn't work too much of the time.
I won't fall.
Are you done struggling?
There's so much RNG right here. With how much could happen. Wow, they really just like missed everybody, didn't they? Okay. Okay, nice. No stun or anything either.
Come, I'll take your life. Scar those in our way with destruction and fear.
And now we kind of just do whatever we want, though. It didn't reduce the duration, but I don't think it really matters. Gets another counterattack. Ouch. But we have Rem, so at this point I don't think it really matters. Even if she's not going to do anything, I don't think it matters. Alright, LQC is going to die, I'm pretty sure. Attack down, though. Oh! She actually got eliminated. Just deleted off the earth.
I'll make you taste despair. I'll make you kneel before me.
Yeah, this is kind of just like a slow victory. I don't know how I just took another turn, but I'll take it.
This is it.
Why not? A 50% chance to defense break. Oh, there we go. It finally happened. On the 4th hit. Oh boy, got the 2nd hit. This guy, very annoying, but it doesn't matter in the end. Kind of close match though. Very, very close. Peira definitely helped him, but like didn't really do a whole lot for his kind of team comp. He really needed a team that needed that attack buff, I think, and just didn't really have that. So I was able to just get too much momentum on him, I think. Too redundant with Aureus and Peira as well. Alright, so I think using S2 would be a mistake, so I'm just gonna go straight into the S3.
Heed my call.
I think it's more worthwhile.
Stand down. On behalf of the Creator, I will deliver judgment. 今ならまだ引き返せるぞ。
So I have a lot of buffs, so this is gonna hit really hard, but I think I'm just gonna go like this. My team is incredibly tanky right now. I have 30% damage reduction from this, and then I also have Adamant Shield. I think he's going to try to kill my Little Queen Charlotte, but I'm not sure if it's possible. We'll have to see. I'm pretty sure it's not possible. Yeah. No, I'm fine. He's about to just get blown up, basically. I'm gonna do a lot of damage here. Yep. That damage reduction for her is kind of insane. 7,200 on the hit. Oh, that did a fair bit. Oh! And I hit him. I just went for the S1 so that she didn't get knocked out of stealth or anything. If I do the S2 and got the extra turn, that could have been bad. Oh my god, I'm actually hitting him. Hit him? Oh my god! Some crazy RNG, actually. It's gonna hurt. I still have the escort, so I take less from this first hit, though. Yeah, he just went to try and kill her. If this hits, I win, pretty much. Uh-oh. Please hit? Oh my god. It's actually hitting, but... I think I just lose, actually, unfortunately. Unless... I think Reamer's S2 might be up. Yeah, it is. And I hit him. Oh! That's kind of like my Violet.